the sessions. We try to record the sessions which are all important sessions if they available. At least this session is recorded. I will check it whether all sessions can be recorded or not. I don't see a pen, a paper. You guys have come for listening to some music or something. Try to take notes. Notes are very, very important. As don't rely on Excel at the end of the class. Don't rely on recorded videos because all these are only substitutes. These are not the actual things that you should follow. Right? You should follow your own notes because when you start writing your own notes, your understanding level will be at a very, very different level. So I will start my introduction with what already we discussed about golden rules of accounts, right? Okay. Srisan and Prasanna can stay silent. I will bring you to interaction at a later point, maybe after 5-10 minutes. But until 10 minutes, you guys can explain. Okay. So what do you understand by golden rules of accounts? Can you name the golden rules? What are the golden rules? Okay, everyone can interact. Yes, you guys can also interact. Golden rules of accounts. What are the three golden rules? You can remove your mask if you are comfortable. If you are not comfortable, you can. What is? Golden rules accounts are classification of accounts is into three categories: personal, real, and. Now, can someone explain me what do we mean by a personal account? What is a personal account? Sorry. Can you give an example? Raman's account. Okay. Accounts of person. You guys are absolutely right. So I think I have a set of words. So personal account is anything which is related to a person. Related to a person. Nature. Example will be, like for example, any account which is identified to a person. Like I make a credit sale to someone. If I make a credit sale to someone, that person will be called as debtors. Right? So debtor is a person from whom I have to recover an amount. So that is a person. I can identify, okay, he has to pay me some amount. So it is a personal account. So examples of personal accounts are debtors and creditors. If I am making a credit sales, if I'm making a credit purchases, okay, so I have to pay to someone, and I have to pay to someone, that person will be called as a creditor. If I am having a bank account, again, my bank balance or the bank account again is identified to a person. So that will also be a personal account. So bank account are classified as personal. Capital account. If someone has invested, she told Raman, I think she would have taken an example, started business with capital. That is the first journal entry that you studied in your life, right? So the person Ram first introduced capital into the business. Ram is personal account. Yeah. So capital account, drawing, all these are personal account. Okay. So all these are personal account. Next, real account. Can you give an example of a real account? A real account means any assets, current assets or any assets. You can be right or wrong. Other than debtors and bank, he's telling all assets and telling all assets except debtors and bank. Okay, you guys are collectively right. Okay, so all assets except debtors and bank fall under real account category. If I have to name something, it will be building. Is it clear? Okay. This is first time I'm using it. I'm not sure. So, furniture, building, all this will come under real estate. Machinery. In short, whenever you think of assets, you can think that it's a real estate. Exceptions are debtors and bank because they fall under personal account. All expenses and income. All expenses and income they fall under nominal account. Yeah. Okay. Can you name an income and name an expense? Commission the same. Sales. Any income? One income, etc. Wages and salaries, is it an income? You are a business. Okay, it is an expense. Any income for a business? You can be loud. I'm not hearing. Be confident, guys. See, in this class, you can make as many mistakes as you want. You will not make any mistakes in the board exam. If you make mistakes, I am here to rectify you. Be open, don't think that I don't know. Interact. You can also interact. I will make you interact. Okay. Are you able to follow me? Getting the rent. Fantastic. She told getting the rent. If this premise is mine, if this premise is mine, and I am not using it, I can give it for rent to someone, and I can get income. So that rental income is an income for the business, right? The major income is sales, obviously, right? Every business they have to make sales, right? Sales is the major source of income. So sales, you told correctly, rental income. It can be rental expense also. We are paying rent to the landlord. Or nice rental is a rental expense. Okay. And wages and salaries you told, or we will put it as salaries. All kind of nominal account. Any doubts so far? Now let me ask you the rule. In personal account, what is the rules of debit and credit? One by one. Personal account. Debit the given, credit the receiver. I'm talking about personal account. Okay. What is the rule for personal account? Okay. Personal account. Personal what happened? Okay. Personal account, the rule is I told you to forget. That doesn't mean that you literally forget. After this end of the session, I will tell you to forget this one. I will tell you, and I understand, but still, this is part of your level, right? I told you at the level of combination and all, you can ignore this. But still, if you go in an interview, if it is not the same kind of instead of the government, so you should be still aware of it. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Real account, what is the rule? You will tell something that is an what comes in and credit what? Nominal account, you were telling something. Credit on expenses and debit on expenses and credit on income and debt. Debit on expenses. You have to participate. Participate whether it is right or wrong. I am here to make all the corrections. You can be wrong. It's absolutely okay with me. But if you keep silent, then I am not in a position to take class. Okay, so I will make everyone to interact. Be wrong, not a problem. First time can be wrong, but second time being wrong is a right. Right? If I once I correct it, then you should, whenever I ask you, you should be saying the corrected thing. First time is okay. Maybe second time also excusable, but we should not make mistake second time as well. Right? Take note of it and then start rectifying it. Debit all expenses and credit on income and expenses. Now, what I will do in this class is this is what we learned in our 11th standard. Okay. Are you also aware of the model rule of accounts? Yes. You are aware. Very good. Good set of. So let me start with journal entries under the old set of rules. Then I will slowly move to the new set of rules. And maybe after half an hour or towards the end of this class, I ask you to forget this. Because I'm not going to use these rules at all in my class. We will be only going to use the modern set of rules and you will get to know what. Okay. I personally don't like this golden rules, but for the first 3 examples, I will use this golden rule. Then we will immediately migrate to the modern rules of accounts, which is very, very important. Whether you are pursuing CA, whether you are qualified and you are a finance manager or a finance executive in a company, at any point of time, those rules are going to be with you forever in the life. My stress will be only on the modern rules. Maybe that would be the reason that you would have forward, but it's not meant literally to be forward. Until you are a student in 11th and you should still remember this. Okay. But my introduction will be mainly on modern rules. So let's take few examples in each of these categories under the golden rules. Then I will introduce modern rules and we will take lot of examples until you guys are absolutely crystal clear on modern rules. We'll be taking lot of examples. Even I don't mind even taking 2 classes. Generally, I take only 1 class. Even if it is 2 classes, I don't mind because once that rule is set in your mind, my remaining classes will become very easy. Okay, a very good exercise, interesting actually. You'll start learning that exercise. So let us take the journal entries. So far, we know if Ram introduced business cash from into capital. For me, accounts is not this. Accounts is understanding why cash is debited and why capital is credited. Everyone will know a journal entry. 99% of your class will know a journal entry. 99% of the class will not know why it is debited. So our learning starts in understanding why it is debited and why it is credited. And once you start getting that understanding, right, why it is debited and why it is credited, the travel will be very easy. So whenever we see an entry, maybe after classes, you should be in a position to look at a journal entry and understand if something is debited, why it is debited. That why thing should always be in your mind. Okay. Don't look at a journal entry as a journal entry. Okay, cash account moving to capital, rent account moving to cash account. Everyone can score mark. I have seen students not knowing the basics of accounts. I have seen students scoring 45 and 50, but they understand basics. Okay, so understanding is very, very important. Marks will automatically. It's not that if someone has scored 100 in 12th, they understand accounts. Because when I take classes for foundation, I have seen students who have scored 100 and struggling in C accounts. And my students will not have to go through that level. That I can ensure, right? So let us understand the journal entry in terms of why. We know the journal entry. Now let us put why to every journal entry and understand the debit of each journal entry. Right? So let us start with few examples. I'm sure you will learn the journal entries, but today I will explain to you why. First, I will explain to you why in the modern rules, in the golden rules, after half an hour time permits, maybe in the next class, I don't think the time will permit, but I have to end this class. So in the next class, we'll touch upon modern rules. And whatever I am discussing, if the class is for 1 hour, I ask you to spend equal 1 hour immediately on the same day or in the following day, because we will have a break of 1 day in between classes. If I am spending 1 hour, if you spend 1 hour or 1.5 hours, be rest assured that you will be on top of it. So that kind of cooperation is required because I will not be. See, I will tell you how I operate also. I will not be doing each and every question. If I start doing each and every question, then from 2024. Okay, it will not be possible for me in a 1 hour class to take all the questions. But at the same time, I can guarantee you, you will not find anything in the board exam which has not been discussed in the class. Not even one question, not even one concept. These guys have experienced 11, and my 12th standard students also, those who were with me. I can ensure you that not even one concept can come outside the discussion what has happened. And when you see a question, it will never look like a new question. That is the level of practice that I can ask it. That thing I can guarantee. So if I am doing 20-30 questions in the class, you are expected to do double time of the questions as practice along with me. Okay? So I will be taking all the illustrations. The practical problem will be almost similar. I will give you a set of practical problems. You are expected to complete it before the next class. And if you just follow what I am saying, be rest assured of your knowledge and depth. But please follow me very, very close. Don't think that okay, I will do it in the next class. Just keep accumulating. It will become like a mountain, and you will not be able to climb it. One step at a time is very easy. If you try to try to do 10 classes together, you will not be in a position to do that. And then what happens? It keeps accumulating. One chapter gets missed, then another chapter will get accumulated, then another chapter will get accumulated. By the time we complete a chapter, you should be in a position to tell that okay, whatever comes from this chapter, from any book or any exam, I should be in a position to complete that level of that I want to follow. And what is your expectation in board exam? How much you want to score? About 95. About 95. 90%. Prasanna? The last 5 marks you have donated to the faculty, sir, or for Tirupati. Okay. See, whenever we aim, we should aim for maximum. That doesn't mean we may get maximum. Okay. Aim for 95. If you aim for 95, can you get 95? You are right. Very impossible. If our aim itself is 95, we cannot achieve 95. So aim has to be always a little higher than what we expect to get. That is point number one. So if you want to score 95, what should be your aim? And believe me, guys, if you start working towards it, right, it's not impossible. We can have 595 at the end of 2023. I can ensure you. Provided, see, my effort is very limited. My effort will be maybe in the classroom, teaching and all, it's okay. But if I am putting 100% effort, because I cannot write example, right? Ultimately, you are the persons who are going to write the exam. So I can give you all the concepts. If you understand the concepts and you are not able to replicate in exam because of practice, Sri, I'll give an example. Sri is good with concept, but at times he struggles to complete it. So what I did, you have to practice, practice, and practice. Prasanna is fast, but he makes silly mistakes. I can't correct that silly mistakes, right, in exam. So once we know our limitations, it's very important to work on the limitation. So like I identified, Sri is has to practice more. Prasanna has to be more careful. Like that, everyone will have something. So once we identify, it's very important that we start working on that business. And all of them can be removed. Right? So it's very, so let us all target for maximum. From that maximum, day one itself, I have to set the tone. And I'm not telling you only for the sake of saying it. Not only for the sake of saying it. If you guys really want 100, you have to work towards it. I cannot do anything to make you get 100. I can only guide you in the path in which you have to travel. Okay, I can clear all your concepts. But I cannot do the hard work that you are required to do. Right? So that is very, very important. So I want to say that students can just follow what I say. And if I'm telling that you have to do 15 questions in a day, that 15 questions should be counted. That 15% should be counted. There is no reason that why you should attempt only 14 questions and tell that I don't have time. Extra effort, and this should be negotiable. I'm not telling you daily I will take it. It may happen or it may not happen. And it will be only in the time that you can do. I will not be giving questions which you cannot even do. I want that you have a script, you have a schedule. So it will not be unreasonable anything on my side. Or whatever I will be giving, it should be 1 or 2 hours of work in a day. That's it. Not beyond that. These guys know about it. It will not be more than 1 to 1.5 hours of work per day. So you will be traveling with the right. Are you clear, guys? It's very important. The first day of class is always setting expectation. So if you are understanding what a faculty requires, it is very easy for you to travel in that direction. So that is my objective. So let us talk about journal entries. The first journal entry is very popular journal entry. Capital. This is the serial number. Okay. If I ask you why, what is journal entry? Sorry, cash account debit to Ram's capital account. How many of you agree with this? Cash account debit to Ram's capital account. Everyone knows this, right? Very good. Amount is not relevant for you. Can please focus on the amount of it. Now, I told you 3 things, right? personal real and nominal. First of all, whenever we think of a journal entry, right, every journal entry has two impacts. For every debit, there is a credit, right? So, what is this transaction? Ram. Ram is a person who is bringing cash into the business. So, two things are happening. One is cash is coming into the business. Another is capital. The cash that is contributing to the business is in the nature of capital, right? So, two things are happening. So, one is cash, another is capital. Once you identify the two things, you have to identify which category will come. Cash will come under which category? Personal, real, or nominal? Okay. Cash will come under nature is type is real. Cash is real account, right? Okay. In real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So why I debited cash? Whether cash is coming in or going out? Coming in. That is the reason why cash. This is the way you have to think of it. Are you getting the difference? Everyone knows cash account, debit capital account. But it's very difficult. It's very important the way we understand the other matter. Why it is debited. First, step one, identify for letter personal, real, or nominal. Step two, then identify the rule. Step one is identification of personal, real, and nominal. Step two will be identification of the rule to be applied. In this case, cash is coming in. When cash is coming in, what we should do? Debit. That is the reason why cash was debited. Clear? Anyone thought about this before in your level? Was teaching you like this? Absolutely brilliant. Actually, that is the kind of teachers that we want. If your account teacher has told you in that way, absolutely great. So, real account. Capital account. Why capital is created? I will ask. First of all, capital is which account? Personal, real, or nominal? Personal. In personal account, what is the rule? Louder. Great, fantastic. So capital account. Why it is created? Who is the hero? Ram. So Ram's capital account is created. Clear? Very good. So personal account. And the rule applied is here. I will mention the rule applied. What is the rule applied in personal? Debit what comes in. The rule applied is write the hero. I will not touch modern rules today. Let us first an expertise in golden rules. Next, any transaction that comes to your mind will form a journal. Any trade purchases, credit purchases from shop, goods purchase, credit. Step one, identification of two accounts. Every transaction has two accounts, right? When I purchase goods from Sham, two things will happen. What will happen? Goods will come in, and cash will go out, but it's a credit purchase. Right? Yeah, credit. So purchase, one line item is purchase because I'm making a purchase. She told goods will come in. Absolutely right. That means I'm making a purchase. So when I purchase goods, which account I have to use? Purchase account. Purchase account. Purchase account is nominal account. It's an expense for the company, right? I am a manufacturer. If I want to make a output, first I have to purchase some raw material, right? Only if I convert that raw material into finished, then only I can make a sale. So the purchases that I do will be an expense or real account. It will be an expense. Fantastic. So purchase account, one account is purchase account, another account is Sham account. Sham will be what is Sham? Trader. Okay. I am taking an amount of 50,000. Amounts are not purchase account. Okay, purchase and shall will identify two accounts. Which rule I will apply? Purchase will come under which category? No. Nominal, what is the rule? Purchase is an expense or income? Expense. Fantastic. This is the energy I want throughout the batch. Nominal, it is an expense. Fantastic. What is the rule? Debit all expenses. Purchase account to be debited or credited? Fantastic. Next account is what is Sham. Okay. What Sham will come under which account? Personal account. In personal account, what is the rule? Sham is a giver, right? He is giving us the goods. So credit the giver. It is a personal account. And rule applied is debit all expenses. It is credit the giver. Very basics, but are you able to follow it? Third, any other transaction? Sales. What sales? Credit sales or cash sales? Cash sales. She wants to make it cash sales. So much of credit we don't want. Cash sales. Okay. Which are the two accounts involved? Sales account and cash account. Okay. So I will just mention cash and sales. We will find out whether it is debit or credit. Right? Cash will come under which category? Real account. Cash will come under real account. In real account, what is the rule? Debit what comes in. Real account. Debit what comes in. So cash account debit. We identified that cash will be debited. I am giving an 20 or I will make 2 lakh rupees. Sales nominal account. What is the rule? Credit or? Fantastic. Okay. If there is a typo error, please ignore. It happens when you type something. Typo error and all, please ignore. Okay. Any doubt? Clear so far? Any other transaction? Whichever transaction comes to purchase of furniture. He wants to purchase the furniture. Okay. Furniture purchased from Savana stores. Furniture purchase for cash. 2 accounts. 3 quick. Now your reaction time should come down. Now we are in the 4th example. Cash. Sorry. Which are the 2 accounts? Furniture and cash. Real account. Cash is which account? Real account. Fantastic. Are you understanding now? Furniture. When I purchase furniture, real account. What is the rule in real account? What is coming in to me? What is going out? Cash. So furniture account debit to cash. Okay. Okay. Any amount is okay. So what comes in? Credit what was it? The transaction. I have time till 12:30. So tell me as many transactions that we are not going to touch modern ones, so we will only discuss this today. Trade sales we did not do. Okay, trade sales to X. Okay. 2 accounts. Which are the 2 accounts? We don't. Okay, I will go one by one. We don't. X and sales account. Okay. One is X, another is sales. These are the 2 accounts. X will come under which category? Personal, real or nominal? Be quick. Personal. Sales will come under which category? Personal, real or nominal? Fantastic. Guys. So one first account is personal, second account is nominal. X. In personal account, what is the rule? Okay. X. I am making a credit sale to X. So X is the receiver. So what I should debit? X account debit. Sales is nominal account. What is the rule in nominal account? Credit on income and gain. So we already did credit on income and gain. The same rule applies. It is debit the receiver. Some amount. Next, any other entry? Depreciation charge on furniture. First, let's understand. Yes, I will ask that. What is depreciation, please? Okay. As year goes by, it's fantastic. It's right. Decreases. Decreases. Yes. So that is the right definition of depreciation. Depreciation is decrease in the value of assets due to use of the asset or effects of it. In other words, passage on. In simple words, effects and all we don't have to use. Passage. So due to use of the asset, if I'm using this chair, I'm depreciating this chair now. This chair is getting depreciated. If I don't use this chair, still it is getting depreciated. Because as time goes, the asset gets depreciated. Okay? So it can be because of use or it can be because of passing. That is depreciation. Now, furniture. Two accounts are involved. Which are the two accounts? In furniture account, depreciation and furniture account. Okay, now let's quickly tell up the remaining things. Which category this will come? Sorry, nominal account. Depreciation is come under nominal account. Furniture is come under real account. Now, depreciation is an income or expense? Non-cash expense, because when I am sitting in this chair, it is depreciating. I am not spending any cash. So it's an expense, but it's a non-cash expense. That is the right terminology. So non-cash. What is the rule in nominal account? What is the rule? Debit all expenses and credit all. Debit expenses, increase in debit the expense. And real account, what is the rule? Yes, my furniture in turn is reducing the value. That's why it is called as going down, right? It's reducing, is reduction in the value. So real account, what is the rule? What? Doesn't mean that the scale will go out. It's reducing in value. That's why I don't like this rule, because there are a lot of interpretation that is required to form a journal entry. The other rules are very crystal clear. Absolutely, you start loving that once I start explaining that in the same way I will be explaining those rules. You will start to bring down the accounts from them. Right? What goes up? Any other transaction you want to touch? We'll take 10 transactions for 5 minutes and another 4 transactions. Purchase it. Fantastic transaction. Purchase it. This kind of interest we have a challenge in this role. You will understand why. Purchase return. Which are the two accounts you want? Credit and purchase return. What is purchase return? I made a purchase from Flipkart. I did not like it. I cancelled and returned the product. So what happens? Flipkart will receive the product. They made a purchase. For them, it's a purchase return. What they will do? They will pay the cash. So what technically happens is the goods gets returned. When I made an entry for purchases, entry for purchase account debit to creditor account. When I'm making a purchase return, this entry has to be technically reversed. So two accounts are involved. One is purchase return account. Another is party or creditor account. Okay. Purchase return and creditor, two accounts. Creditor will come under which category? Personal account. In personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now this guy is the receiver. Okay. We are giving the goods actually to them. So credit the giver. So we have to give the goods back to him. So entry will be what? What? Creditor account debit to entry the creditor account debit to purchase it. Why purchase return is created? Purchase is an expense. Now when I am returning, my expenses are decreasing. In other words, we don't have a rule for this, unfortunately. We don't have a rule for this. What is the rule in nominal account? Debit all expenses and credit all income. This is actually a reduction in expense. It cannot be treated as an income. But for now, take it as an income. It will be credit or income and bill. But technically, we don't have a rule at all in the golden rules for this. There is the rule starts scaling. So I cannot treat purchase return as expense. It is actually a reduction in expense. Okay, I have only two rules, one for income and one for expense. Right. So I cannot treat it as an expense because it's not an expense, it's a reduction in expense. In a reduction in expense technically can qualify as an income. It is not. It is not. In accounting term, expense and income are two different things. But here we don't have a choice, we have to use it. So creditor account debit personal, debit the receiver. And purchase return is nominal account. Decrease in expense. Or we can mention income to be created. Any doubt? Any other transaction? Sales return. So sales return will also go by the same logic. You will explore sales return in the modern book. That will be better actually. You may get confused if I use this rule because this rule may not give you the exact picture right. If you want, we can try the same example. Sales return. Okay. What do you mean by sales return? We made a sales that guy returned the product back to us. Sales was an income to us, so we created the income, right? Now, when the guy is returning the sales back to us, there is a decrease in income. Now we don't have a rule for decrease in income. So we have to take it out, it's an expense, but that is not the right rate. Clear? So debit all expenses, decrease in income. So sales return, which are the two accounts which are involved? Sales return and debtor account. Credit the giver, this guy will give me back, right? Credit the giver. This will be a personal account, and this will be a nominal account. So, amount we can take some amount. Nominal account. So, this is decrease in income. Or rather, I can expenses to be. It's not an expense, guys. I repeat, it's not an expense. Okay, misled by this information. It's a decrease in income. Right? Decrease in income behaves the same way as an expense. Decrease in income behaves in the same way. So, you know. So, any other transaction you want to discuss, or can we conclude here? We can conclude here. Tired? Boring?